The 9-7 49ers, they've got to find a way to win to get to the playoffs, or they're gonna have to get a lot of help. You look at the Rams at 12-4. This team, if they come and they play with everybody on the same page, they can beat anybody. They just squeaked by Baltimore 20-19 last week. Both teams coming off victories. I look at this game, it's at the Rams. The 49ers always have their number for some reason. The Rams got beat by the 49ers 31-10 the first time they played them this year. And they're just a physical football team that likes to run the football. And that's what they do against the Rams, and they've had success. Trey Lance started last week because Garoppolo was out with a thumb injury. I don't know if he's going to play or not. But Lance, he looked okay last week. Even though it was the Texans, hey, threw a couple touchdown passes, didn't turn the ball over except one time. I like the way he looked. He looked a lot better in this start than he did his first start. What I'm impressed by this football team is their offensive line and Trent Williams. The guy's a beast at left tackle. He's a multiple Pro Bowler. The guy gets it done. I think this is going to be one of the best games to watch this weekend. Both of these teams are fighting for something. The 49ers want to get to the playoffs. The Rams want to play at home. This is a team that I think with Nick Bosa leading their defense is very dangerous right now. But I think this is going to be a heck of a physical football game to watch.
I agree with you, Mark. I think this game is so important to the Rams because they want to win their division. If they would lose this football game, the Cardinals were to win, they would end up going on the road. Yes, they'd be in the playoff. But let's look at the Rams. They got by 20-19, barely. But one of the things that concerns me is Matthew Stafford throws an awful lot of interceptions, Mark. I think he's thrown 5 interceptions the last 3 football games, and you can't possibly do that. Yeah, he has 38 touchdowns, only 15 interceptions. But when I look at it, I'm just not sure who's going to be at the quarterback for the 49ers. I agree with you. Last week, Lance threw for 249 yards. He also ran the ball very, very well. I look at the 49ers, they're averaging 25 points a game, which isn't bad, Mark, but their defense has only given up 21 points a football game. This is an important game for the 49ers because if they win and the New Orleans Saints were to get upset by the Atlanta Falcons, then, of course, the 49ers would be in the playoffs. So it has an awful lot of implications. Are the Rams going to be at home as division champs? Are they going to be on the road? That remains to be seen. But when I look at this football game, it's hard to tell because they're big rivalries with one another. There's going to be an awful lot of hard hitting in this football game. But I think the Rams prevail 27-21.
Rams are given 4 points in this game. They're playing at home, as you mentioned. Sony Michel, I like the way he's been running the ball, but Matthew Stafford, you're right. He's been turning it over too much for me. They always brag about, he's got all these fourth quarter comebacks. The reason why is because he's gotten them in the trouble where they're behind in the fourth quarter. So they can't afford to do that against San Francisco in this game. Running back Cam Akers is supposedly returning back for the Rams. I think that's going to help them offensively. Their offensive line needs better production up front for Stafford, but playing at home, I think they'll finally get it done. They'll beat the 49ers, even though the 49ers have their number. They're given 4. 49ers may cover this, but I'm still taking the Rams to win this game. It's going to be closer than most people think. I got the Rams winning this game 34-31.